two remaining unbeaten teams in section play, the Orono Spartans and the Wayzata Trojans. I'm Jay Wilcox along with Steve Cook, and very much of a contrast, Stephen. The wins the last round, Wayzata breezing past Cooper 11-0. Orono, a thriller, built a lead over Hopkins, fell behind, and then came back with a huge sixth inning and ended up winning that one by a score of 6-4.
Well, Jessica Williams pitched a great game for Wayzata against Cooper, and I see she's out there on the mound right now. So let's see if she can duplicate her effort that she did in the first game.
Wayzata, the home team, they won the coin flip. Orono is the visitor, and gotta be considered one of the bigger wins probably in Orono softball history. That win over Hopkins, the defending section champion, in that first game. Spartans have only lost once all year. I think they were kind of a bit of a mystery team coming in because they hadn't played many of these other teams in this section, but showing they're a quality team. Shelby Early, the catcher, steps in to lead it off here for the Spartans. Early, strong year for Orono, 3 doubles, 1 home run. She's driven in 16. 400 hitter. Takes a strike here.
Well, Jessica Williams is keeping her first 2 pitches low, pretty consistent with the last game, pretty consistent with her warm-ups.
Hit on the ground, and it's going to get past. No chance there as Alex Combs trying to get to it. And Shelby Early starts the game with a single here for Orono.
Combs made a nice effort, even if she got the ball. I'm not sure if she would have got the hitter out, but it was a nice try.
Another look at that one as the hitter will now be Maddie Ahrens, the center fielder for Orono. Ahrens, slap hitter, takes ball 1. She is hitting .435 this year. She has also walked 10 times, stolen 5 bases. You know, a very interesting, we've got some ties here between these programs. A couple of sisters on opposing teams and also a father-daughter set up here in this one as well.
Well, we've got Mackenzie Williams for Orono, sisters of Reagan Williams of Wayzata. We've got Ellie Carter, who plays at Wayzata, whose dad, Mike, is the coach of Orono. So it's a very, very interesting matchup.
Ahrens takes the ball here. Mike Carter, first year as head coach of the Spartans, and he's telling me that you know, his primary coaching experience has been in the Wayzata area, Plymouth Wayzata, and so he knows a lot of these girls on Wayzata, has coached a number of them. And so very interesting situation for him to be playing. Not very often you coach against your daughter. Bunted back to Williams, throw to first, Weiss able to hang on. Early goes down to second. The sacrifice is successful here for Ahrens. And so Wayzata gets the out, but Orono moves the runner up.
Textbook fast pitch. Orono bunts the runner to second. Now let's see if Becky Smith can bring her home.
Smith had the big blow to help put them ahead, or to put them ahead against Hopkins in that previous game. Smith, a .500 batting average this year, 26 runs batted in. She has 8 doubles and 5 triples. And tripled once more in that win over Hopkins. So Smith, runner in scoring position here. That one hits the umpire, and the runner's going to move up. It got right by Casey Palish. And it was actually kind of blocked by the umpire, but Shelby Early makes it to third easily anyway.
Well, if the ball would have gone to the backstop, she would have been at third. It hits the umpire. It's at third. It's kind of a moot point, but Orono's got a wonderful position here to bring this run in. And
there's a strike. And you wonder a little bit with momentum. I mean, Wayzata there's a look at the Spartans lineup here, and Smith hitting here. She'll be followed by Mackenzie Williams and Jess Flackney. And the Orono had to work a lot harder for their win, but maybe to a certain extent, you know, there's that mental part of it. Does the momentum carry over from there late in the game of their first game, or do you get so high that it's hard to bounce back and play immediately?
Well, both teams come in with momentum. It's just a totally different type of momentum. One a big win, and another a coasting win, and be fun to see what happens.
Lifted to right field. Long run and the catch made. Here comes the throw to the plate. Not in time. Sacrifice fly is successful, so the Spartans get on the board early. Allie Kirk, a nice running catch out there in right. Or check that, Kristen Edblom, a nice running catch in right, but Smith brings the run home, so 1-0 Spartans.
It shows you how big that bunt was. Moving the runner to second and then taking advantage of a wild pitch.
Mackenzie Williams is the hitter now for Orono. She's hitting .284 on the season, 19 runs driven in. And again, she is a player who has a sister on the other squad.
Reagan Williams.
And that one just missing inside now, so Williams falls behind, or Jess Williams, I should need to say, falls behind in the count to Mackenzie Williams.
And Reagan Williams on third, so it's going to get a little confusing for us, Jay.
That one catches the inside corner for a strike. You know, and these two school districts border each other too, so they've been kind of somewhat rivals over the years. The difference of Wayzata is such a much larger school that they don't regularly play them. Hit well out to center. Kirk back, and it's gone. Mackenzie Williams with a solo drive for the Spartans, and they go up 2-0. Well, there's a lot of ball to be played yet in this tournament, but Orono is answering one question. They are legit with that win over Hopkins and now an early 2-0 lead here.
They're showing that they belong.
Williams getting all of this one, got her bat extended. Kirk got a good read on that ball, but obviously just runs out of room and drives it out to center. So a quick start here for the Spartans as they go up 2-0, and now the hitter will be Jess Flackney. Jessica hitting at .390 this year. A couple of home runs for her, 13 runs batted in. Here's a look at the defensive alignment for Wayzata.
Wrong pitcher, Jess Williams.
Pitch in the dirt there. Taken for ball one.
She's not doing either. It's kind of a ruse to use the designated player.
Pounded to third. Reagan Williams up with it and throw across in time. But it's a good start for the Spartans. 2 runs in the inning on 2 base hits, including a home run by Mackenzie Williams. No errors, no one left on base. So after a half inning, Orono leading Wayzata by a score of 2-0. And the Trojans will get their first time batting, and obviously they have shown an ability to score runs this year. You don't like to fall behind early, but I don't think it's panic time by any means. They've got some bats in that lineup, no doubt.
No doubt. A little surprising, Jessica Williams got a few of her pitches up, and it looked like each pitch that she got up, they capitalized on it, and that's Orono capitalized on it.
No, Anderson's not hitting that strong. Hitter is Jess Williams.
Look at the defensive alignment here for the Spartans. Flackney, Smith, Peterson, and Williams. Gillen, Ahrens, and Walkman in the outfield. And doing the pitching for Orono is right-hander Hannah Berg. She is a 5-0 on the season.
Sophomore pitcher.
Yeah, they've used 3 different pitchers, and she is actually not the one who would pitch the most ball for them. But gets the call here. Pours the first pitch over for a strike. Casey Palish, who had a good game against Cooper. Couple of walks, a 3-run homer, and a single. Now, no team would ever admit this, but you kind of wonder a little bit, did it come too easily for Wayzata in that last round? I mean, they didn't have to really break a sweat all that much. I mean, they played well, no doubt. They hit the ball hard. But when a game, gets to that margin that early in the game like that, it's hard not to relax a little bit, I would think.
Well, I'd like to think that the Wayzata hitters saw the ball very well in the first game. We'll see if they see the ball well this game.
Kalish takes the ball.
Berg mixing the location of her pitches nicely.
And back up the middle. That one's going to get through for a hit.
Looked like a changeup.
Kalish delivering a leadoff single here for Wayzata as the another look at it here. Second baseman Peterson was swung around toward first a little bit, and really not much of a chance. That one got under her, but there wasn't going to be an out to be had there anyway, I don't think. Here's Alex Combs to hit. Orono certainly expecting bunt. Pitch taken for a ball. Third baseman Flackney could about shake hands with the hitter there as by the time that one was delivered.
Come on, Floor. You ready? Be focused. Come on, AC.
Pushes it to first. They'll get the tag play there as Williams puts it on her butt. She gets Palish up to second. Sacrifice is good there for Alex Combs, and Kelsey Kleist will be the batter now for Wayzata.
Combs did her job very well. Laid down a nice bunt.
Kleist was 3 for 4 against Cooper in the last round. 3 singles. Takes the ball. Boy, Palish getting a heck of a jump off second. She is really looking to be able to score on anything that gets to the outfield.
Well, we noticed that first game how aggressive Wayzata was on the base path. Every pitch they're getting a nice jump off the base.
And every time you see like a close play, whether it be at first or on the bases, you realize just how important every little step like that is.
Well, I think Wayzata's base running tends to wear the other team down a bit.
In the dirt there, a good block. Palish again darting hard off second, and just in case, Shelby early able to keep that one contained though at home plate.
Get through it, Kels. Come on. Pick it out, Kelsey. Pick it out.
Berg behind in the count 2-1 against a dangerous hitter. Ooh, and got that one past her inner part of the plate. Good pitch.
Palish is getting a nice jump off second, and I think if there's a ball that bounces to the catcher, it's even slightly bobbled, she might have an opportunity to go to third.
2-2 pitch coming here from Berg. Chop to short, and a collision. That's going to be interference on the runner, Palish. So She will be out, and Kleist will be at first. Pretty textbook call there, as didn't allow the shortstop a chance to get to that one. So interference.
Well, it's hard to expect Palish not to be aggressive there and be able to all of a sudden stop. Everybody's reacting, and she's certainly trying to score on a possibility of a base hit.
So Jess Williams will be the hitter now for Wayzata. Takes a strike. Jess had a pretty good first game. Not only pitched the first 3 innings, but then 2 for 4 as a hitter, including a 3-run home run. Takes the ball high and away.
Score is 2-0 Orono, not 3.
And high and away with that one. 2-1 count here to Jess Williams.
Kleist on first is showing some respect for Shelby Early's catching capacity, because she's really not getting the jump that they got off first base in the first game.
3 balls and a strike here, Jess Williams. Fouling that one straight back. Timing was perfect, but a little under it, and now the count running full.
Nice pitch, nice swing.
Three-two, lifted out to right. That's going to drop. Kleist to third. She'll be held up there as the throw comes into second. And now runners at the corners as Jess Williams delivers a single here for Wayzata. See if they will run for her. They
did in the first game.
Yep. Ronnie Angel, I think, is going to come out of the dugout to run. As you get another look at that nice base hit. Orono played that well, though. Got the ball in quickly and kept the runner at first.
Did a good job to take it to second right away. Keep the runner at first. Keep the runner from third scoring.
Steph Kirk will be the batter now for Wayzata. The couple of runners aboard here for the Trojans. Well, you mentioned earlier that Early looks like she might have a pretty good arm back there. So if Wayzata runs, I don't know that it's an automatic thing that they're just going to wave her on to second. She might take a shot at trying to throw that runner out with 2 outs already.
Well, Ronnie Angel looked awfully fast in the first game, but I think they're going to have to respect the arm of Shelby Early.
Kirk. Pitch taken low for a ball. Kirk went 1 for 4 against Cooper in the previous round. Game we did for you, of course, on Channel 12 as well. Trojans rolling to an 11-0 win in 5.
Call Steph.
And that one misses. Wayzata doing a pretty good job of being selective here in this first inning. Hitting pitches that they want to hit rather than going after the ones Berg wants them to hit, I think here is the best way to put it.
Well, I think it's fun watching Angel on first. Showing a lot of respect for Shelby Early. I think in that first game we would have seen her steal and go to second. Not the case in this game.
Pours that one over, and Kirk was looking all the way. 3-1 count. Wayzata trying to answer the couple runs that Orono put up on the board in the top of the first. But there are 2 outs. Chopped it off her leg, foul ball. 3-2.
This is a fun pitch to watch with runners on first and third, 2 out, 3-2 count. Everybody's going to be moving.
Come on, Steph, you can do it. Steph, you ready?
Here's the 3-2, driven to right. Pretty deep down the line. Oh, and a tremendous catch. It was a foul ball, but Ellie Walkman gets them out of the inning with a beautiful grab down the line in right. So Wayzata done in the first, no runs, 3 hits, no errors, and a couple left aboard. We have played 1 full. It is 2-0 Orono.
The Navy Reserve and was deployed to Iraq.
When the mortar round hit, I was completely knocked out.
When he returned home, Paralyzed Veterans of America was there to help.
We advocate, we educate, and we process claims through the VA, and we follow that claim from the beginning to the end.
Without Paralyzed Veterans of America, I really honestly believe I'd still be in the hospital.
You can help our paralyzed veterans. To learn more, visit pva.org.
What if one day you could no longer speak, walk, feed yourself, or breathe without support, yet you could still think and feel every emotion? That day has already come for thousands of people with ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, a deadly disease with no cure or effective treatment.
ALS has already destroyed my ability to do many things I love. But with your help, we can find treatments and a cure. Join in the fight against ALS.
And join in the fight for hope. Visit actionals.org.
And welcome back to Richfield Middle School as Orono leading Wayzata by a score of 2-0 as we head to inning number 2 in the Section 6 3A winners bracket final. Both teams, of course, will still be alive regardless of the outcome of this one, but it certainly puts the winner into the driver's seat, into that final round where they await other teams who are battling. Cooper and Hopkins are playing right now, so the winner of that one then plays the loser of this one on Tuesday. And Wayzata or Orono, whoever wins this one, would be sitting waiting for the teams that stay alive out of that. Emily Gielan will lead off the top of the second for the Spartans against Jessica Williams. Fouls this one back and out of play. Gielan, a .385 average this year. Also has walked 11 times. And drops this one well placed right over the first baseman's head. Combs couldn't get there either. Certainly not a crushed ball, but put it in a very good spot. And Emily has the leadoff single here for the Spartans in inning number 2.
Tough ball for Emily to hit. Jessica kept the ball low. It was even maybe a little below her knees, I think. And Gleeland came down and got it. Get it over to right field.
Yeah, you look at that again, and if you're looking for Jess Williams, you would say, what would I do different there? Absolutely nothing. The pitch was on the outside corner and definitely kept low, and just the hitter got a little piece of it. So Sam Hartman, the batter now for Orono, and unable to drop that bunt down. It's foul for strike 1. Hartman, who has done a lot of the pitching this year for Orono, is the designated player here today and hitting at .382 with 16 runs driven in, 4 doubles to her credit.
Jessica Williams has a great demeanor out there. She still looks very relaxed, not bothered by anything. Jack Thiebaud giving some instructions over there to Gleeland on first. We'll see maybe if she's going to run.
Lifted back foul and out of play.
Here's a chance now where Williams can certainly waste a couple of pitches and not have to worry about walking the batter with an 0-2 count.
Fouled in, it's going to come back into Palish's glove, but after deflecting off the top of the backstop here. So we stay at 0-2 here to Hartman, the hitter for Orono. Spartans trying to build on an early 2-0 lead. Chopping it, Kleist up with it. Have to make the play to first. She, in an ideal world for Wayzata, was going to think about hoping to get a tag quick, but the runner was alert enough, and Gielan getting out of there in a hurry gets down to second, and so Hartman doesn't sacrifice her over, but she does move her over with that ground out.
It looked like Kleist was maybe even tempted to try to get the lead runner on the force out at second. Could she have got her, Jay?
I'm leaning with she's made the right decision there. You know, certainly a perfect throw might have, but I think you don't want to take that chance of throwing the ball, possibly hitting the runner as well.
You bet.
Amanda Peterson is the hitter. She takes a strike, the second baseman for Orono. Amanda hasn't had, you know, huge success numbers-wise as far as average, but has driven in 8, hitting a little below 200 for the Spartans, but also has walked 12 times. So sometimes you just first concentrate on, you see that average, but some other factors, you know, working in that she has done a solid job offensively overall. Fouls this one back. And you don't go through a season with only one loss without having some people who can do things for you, you know, at various spots in your lineup. You can't, Class 3A softball, you're not going to win with only a couple of good players.
Oh, here's a great opportunity right now for Amanda to drive in a run.
Fouls it toward the dugout over there. Kleist hustling over. Kleist made a tremendous catch against Cooper in that first game of the day. A different type of ball, a very short ball popped up that she dove coming toward the plate.
Well, this Kleist just looks like a player. She's not afraid to dive for balls and get dirty, and very aggressive.
She has fun out there too. A big smile on her face after that last one. Cut and a miss. They'll have to throw to first to get the out. However, the runner does move up from second to third, Gielan. So they strike out Peterson, but then the ball rolling away, Wayzata had to react to go to first with it, and that allowed Orono to get a runner over to third. And now Ellie Walkman will be the batter, the right fielder. Well, Ellie, even if she doesn't do anything with the bat here, already made a huge play to end that last half inning, running down a foul ball right down the right field line. Drops down a bunt.
A suicide squeeze.
Throw to the plate is in time. Nice play from Williams to Palish. And they get the out at the plate on Gielan. So great job by Wayzata to escape it. No runs, one hit, no errors, and one left aboard. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. Still 2-0 as the tag swept on there by Palish.
Smoke before you give it a try. Only you. Don't play with matches. Don't play with fire. Cause there's nothing very funny about rigged off life. Nothing very nice on a homeless mind. So if a gorgeous force is what you desire, don't play with matches. Don't play with fire. Yeah. Only you can prevent wildfires. Fire.
Welcome back here. Bottom of the second inning coming up. Orono leading Wayzata by a score of 2-0. They almost made it 3 as they went for the squeeze bunt here. even with 2 outs, but Williams flipping the ball to Palish and got the tag on and was able to hold on to that ball.
I think that suicide squeeze is the funnest play in fast pitch to watch.
Wayzata reacted well. I was surprised to see bunt, but they did a good job of getting it done. And I'm not sure that, you know, Orono, I think, was really thinking they'd catch him off guard there, and they maybe did a little bit. Nice catcher by Williams on the soft liner by Edblom to start the second inning. Well, they maybe did catch him off guard a little bit, but not enough to get the run in.
That's the kind of play where it's hats off to both teams. It was a great bunt, and it was a great defensive play. Both teams played very well on that play.
Anna Buell will be the batter now for Wayzata, and certainly you see so many times where on a play like that where the defense just gets so excited to try and get it out that something doesn't go right. Either the throw maybe bounces a little, or the catcher can't hang on when she's trying to tag her, or something like that. So they forced them to make a good play, and they did.
Well, when you see a play like that, too, it has to be executed defensively perfectly in order to get the out, and hats off to the defense on that play.
2-0 count here to Anna Buell, who was 1 for 3 against Cooper in the last round. And that one misses as well from Berg. There's a strike.
Well, Hannah Berg, the pitcher for Orono, may not know that it was Wayzata's bottom of the order in the last game that came up with some good production.
That went over the inside part, so now 3-2. Yeah, that's the one thing that, you know, Wayzata did get to watch a little bit of the end of Orono's game, but Orono didn't get to see any of it the other way around, and obviously it's a quick turnaround. You didn't have time to really discuss much about that, I'm sure, even among the coaches. And she lays off it, and a walk. So now Reagan Williams will be the hitter with 1 out and a runner at first. And her sister is playing first base for Orono. Williams 2 for 3 against Cooper, including a long double. Fouling that one back, aggressive cut on that first pitch. Wayzata not showing bunt there, and probably not too big a surprise with 1 out already up there and down by 2 runs early.
Wayzata still showing a lot of respect, jumping off the base path for this catcher early for Orono.
Well, now they do bunt. They'll go to first, they get the out there. Handled well by Flackney. So Buell moves up to second. Sacrifice on the play. And Anna Gimstad will be the batter now for Wayzata. And Anna smacked one out. 2-run homer against Cooper in that first game. He was 1 for 3. Yeah, speaking of the respect they have for early, the stats were given by Orono. Only 2 players have attempted to steal against her this year, and she caught one of them.
You know, you just look at her play right there. She blocks the ball, keeps it in front of her, watches the runner at second. This kid is a one good catcher.
Well, certainly it all starts with pitching in this sport or in baseball, but I think you could sure make the case that catcher is either the second most important or co-number ones with pitcher as far as your defensive setup.
Well, just the little things early does. She catches the ball, it's back to the pitcher within about a half a second, and it's a strong throw. She just looks like she's very focused. She's here to play a good game.
There's a strike.
I think any little kid that's playing 12 and under, 14 and under, watch this catcher early, watch the way she goes about doing her business, watch how every throw back to the pitcher is a hard throw.
Fouled back and out of play. And catcher is a tough job physically in some ways, but there are a lot of benefits to it too. And one big one is that you're involved in every single play. You don't have to, there isn't a lot of standing around to do. You've got to do something every single time, and a lot of players really gravitate toward that. They like that.
You don't have any time to drift mentally. If you drift, you're in big trouble. Boy, this kid is fast. She just stands up. She goes after the ball fast. And really fun to watch a catcher play like this.
1-2 count here to Gimmestad, the shortstop for Wayzata. Oops, that changeup got away. And now a fake back as Buell was anticipating that one might go all the way to the backstop. So she got a huge jump off second, and then it's chased back with Orono not having anybody near enough to really warrant a throw there.
Jay, these Wayzata players don't seem to be as aggressive on the base path as they were in the first game.
Driven to right field. Playable again right near the line. Another foul ball catch to end the inning, same as last time. So Wayzata a threat, but they don't score in the second. No runs, no hits, and 1 left aboard. We have played 2. It is Orono 2 and Wayzata nothing.
At age 34, Peter Herrick joined the Navy Reserve and was deployed to Iraq.
When the mortar round hit, I was completely knocked out.
When he returned home, Paralyzed Veterans of America was there to help.
We advocate, we educate, and we process claims through the VA, and we follow that claim from the beginning to the end.
Without Paralyzed Veterans of America, I really honestly believe I'd still be in the hospital.
You can help our paralyzed veterans. To learn more, visit pva.org.
What if one day you could no longer speak, walk, feed yourself, or breathe without support, yet you could still think and feel every emotion? That day has already come for thousands of people with ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, a deadly disease with no cure or effective treatment.
ALS has already destroyed my ability to do many things I love. But with your help, we can find treatments and a cure. Join in the fight against ALS.
And join in the fight for hope. Visit actionals.org.
Third inning about to begin here at Richfield Middle School. It's the Section 6 3A softball tournament here on 12 Sports. Glad you could join us for this one here. Orono leading Wayzata by a score of 2-0 as we head to the top half of the third. It'll be the top of the order for Mike Carter and the Spartans here. Shelby Early, Maddie Ahrens, and Becky Smith will hit for Orono.
You know, Jay, our viewers might find it interesting that this Shelby Early is only a sophomore.
Yeah, they got quite a few young players in their lineup. You realize that chances are pretty good that this Orono team the next couple of years is going to have a chance to do some good things too. They've got predominantly sophomores really in their lineup. You know, a couple seniors, but Gielan's just an 8th grader, and so they've got a bright future as well as a bright present. Early singled and then scored on a sac fly the first time up. Williams starting her with the strike, 0-1. Just inside with that one. Williams, I think, like any pitcher, but even more so in her case, good when she hits her spots. If she's moving the ball around a lot is when she's really going to be effective. And driven, that's a fair ball, and then it hits the lip of the grass and bounces way to the corner. Early, a big turn, but will hang on at second base. That was just a rocket right over third, and then it took a good bounce for Orono too, because it hit that edge of that grass and just skipped to the side. Oh man, that's a scary one for a third baseman. Reagan Williams that was equal parts trying to catch it and trying to get out of the way.
Well, Jessica Williams got her pitch up. It was right over the middle of the plate. It seemed like a pretty easy ball for Early to hit. She hit it with hook spin, so you know she made good contact. And speaking with Jessica Williams between games, she liked the way she kept the ball down, and I think she's got to get back to that here.
Aaron's the hitter. She had to sacrifice her first time up and certainly could very well see that again here, or attempt anyway. In the dirt, and Kalish can't find it. It'll be Combs, the second baseman, so now they don't even need to sacrifice her, at least to get her to third. A wild pitch there. Kalish blocked it, but it went straight up in the air, and she had no idea where that ball was, and a good jump anyway.
Heads up play by Combs to come in and grab the ball.
Kind of a bad feeling for a catcher when you don't know where it went. It didn't really impact it anyway, though, because Early was going to be to third anyhow. Lifted to short left. Catch made.
Oh, here we go.
Tagging. Throw to the plate. It's dropped. And she's still out. Early did not get her hand to the plate. So Aaron's flying to left. The throw beat her there, but then was dropped by Kalish. But Kalish recovered to get the tag before Early could get her hand on the plate.
Perfect throw in, drops the ball.
Boy, she was close to getting that back corner of that, wasn't she?
Let's take a look. She was close as you could get if she didn't hit it for not hitting it.
Yeah.
Looks like she hurt herself a little bit too on that play.
Put into a tough spot because the catcher, because of where the throw was, it wasn't that Kalish was trying to block the plate, but she just had to feel that throw, and Early had to hurdle around her, and wow, interesting play.
Nice throw from the left fielder. Nice catch by the catcher. Unfortunately, she drops the ball, but she has a presence to stay with it and go back and tag out Early.
Well, and it was so close to getting that back corner. It was hard to tell, and I think, you know, and also in fairness to the runner, you could make the case that, well, when I see a safe signal, that to me indicates that I'm safe and I scored.
You bet.
So a close one all the way around. Dropped into right field, and the throw to first, not in time. Well, so Becky Smith has a single here. Orono trying to restart the rally with 2 outs.
Well, I think when the Orono people watch this game tomorrow or tonight or whenever they see it, they're going to think Early was safe.
Another look at this one, and you see she had easily beaten it anyway, and the throw was offline, but doesn't really end up hurting Wayzata any. Mackenzie Williams, the batter, all she did was homer her first time up. A solo drive in the first, so 1 for 1. Takes a strike. To short. Emistad up with it and throws across in time. And an eventful third inning, but Orono doesn't score. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left aboard. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Spartans 2, Trojans nothing.
For others, it may have just been a summer job. But for me, it was training. Now I'm an Air Force pararescueman, and my job is to save lives. Make the right choices today, and be ready for the challenges tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Behind the wheel, there is no such thing as a small distraction. A public service reminder from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons. Speak out against distracted driving. at decidetodrive.org.
Wayzata trailing at 2-0 as they get set to bat here in the bottom half of inning number 3. The top of the order coming up for the Trojans. Palish, Combs, and Kleist, and a very eventful one so far already here. Orono had a big thriller against Hopkins in the last round, and we've had a lot of activity for a 2-0 game already in this one.
Every half inning is full of excitement.
Yep, there have not been a lot of routine things where we just kind of see outs, and seen some nice catches. We saw a close tag play at the plate there.
I'm sure Orono's scratching their head that last half inning. When you get a runner on third and nobody out, the percentages say that runner's going to score. Orono was aggressive on the base paths, and I like that. Didn't work out.
Palish driving it foul past third. Casey singled her first time up and then eventually ran into the shortstop on a batted ball and was out on an interference call. Change up only made it about 3/4 of the way to the plate there.
Well, if you're going to miss a changeup, miss it low, and she certainly missed it low there.
Yeah, you don't want it floating up there, eager to be hit. 1-2. And up high with that one, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stephen, are you kind of specialized in pitching? What do you think of what you've seen of Berg so far here?
I think the jury's still out on her. I think she's mixing her pitches pretty well. She's getting away with some of the pitches I think that are a little bit high and a little bit higher than they should be, but she throws hard, and Wayzata hasn't scored, so.
2-2 count here to Palish. And a called third strike, and then Casey knew it. She was kind of hoping that, well, maybe if I crouch real hard here, they're going to think it was high, but it was a strike. So 1 gone, and Alex Combs will be the batter. Another look at the location on that last one. Yeah, that's over the plate. There's no doubt.
You bet. Got the corner, the outside corner.
Combs had to sacrifice her first time up. High chopper, cut off, and a nice strong throw. Boy, Becky Smith made that one look pretty easy off the bat. If she doesn't get a good break, that one might be through.
Well, Becky Smith looked a lot like Angie Ryan, who's the coach over at Forest Lake. Angie was a great shortstop and made plays like that. And she just made that play look very, very easy.
Kelsey Kleist is the hitter. Pitch just missing on the change. Kleist aboard the first time when her ball was, the runner was out on interference, so awarded a single on that play. Lifts it back foul and out of play.
Kleist has shown us a lot of good swings this afternoon.
And that one misses. 2 balls and a strike now to Kleist. Jess Williams on deck here for Wayzata as they try and get a little offense mounted here against Hannah Berg. Kleist slicing one past third, foul there. And that one down low. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Wayzata's first baseman.
It's a fun game to be involved in, Jay. The coaches look like they're having fun. The players are having fun. The umps are having fun. We're having fun. The fans are having fun.
Fleiss, hard hit ball. That's going to get through. Fleiss with a 2-out single here for the Trojans, and Jess Williams will be the batter now for Wayzata. Now look, as Kleiss hitting this ball hard on the ground and getting it through.
She seems to have been making good contact all day.
Williams had a single her first time up.
Yeah, Williams has a chance here to help her own cause as a pitcher.
And Smith, a diving play, throw to first, got her! What a play by the shortstop, Smith.
Is that the play of the game, Jay?
Well, it's tied at least with that throw to home. No runs, one hit, and one left aboard for Wayzata. It is 2-0 Spartans on a defensive gem.
Listen to smoke before you give it a try. Only you. Don't play with matches. Don't play with fire. Cause there's nothing very funny about freak-out, nothing very nice on a homeless mind. So if a gorgeous force is what you desire, don't play with matches. Don't play with fire.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Fire.
Dear Abby, I'm scared. I think my mom is showing signs of Alzheimer's disease. What should I do? Signed, Frightened. Dear Frightened, when my mom first began showing signs of memory loss, I was scared too. So I called the Alzheimer's Association for help. I'm Dear Abby. If you or someone you love is experiencing memory loss, take my advice. Contact the Alzheimer's Association. They help families like ours.
First plays that we've seen, I think.
Here we go, fourth inning, 2-0 Spartans our score, and it'll be Flackney, Gielan, and Hartman to bat here for Orono, the 5, 6, and 7 batters, as they get set to try and add to a 2-0 lead. They scored 2 runs in the top of the first, and then we haven't had any scoring since, but we have had plenty of activity, plenty of action, and pretty much every inning so far here. Flackney grounded to third her first time up.
A lot of excitement in this game. As you and I were talking between innings, I think if you're an Orono fan, some of those plays you might say should have gone our way. If you're a Wayzata fan, you can say some of them might have gone their way. They're great plays, they're close plays, and what making this game a lot of fun today to watch.
Yeah, that one at first was very close, might have been safe, but you know, just in the back of your mind, you almost want to think, I want to reward somebody for making such a great play. I'm not saying it was the right or wrong call at first. It was very close, but there's a fly ball to right. Flackney flies out to Edblom, and one gone, and Gielan will be the hitter now for the Trojans.
Well, they say it's a lot easier to coach a team from the stands, and it's a lot easier to ump a game from the stands.
Gielan had a single her first time up, and then eventually was thrown out at the plate on that squeeze bunt attempt when Wayzata executed very well to get her coming from third. That one nips the outside corner, 0-2.
2 close plays at home have cost Orono 2 runs.
And drives it to right. There might be a play. Throw to first. Not going to be in time. And Gielan has a 1-out single here for the Spartans. And Hartman will be the batter now for Orono.
Looks like an outside pitch low. She just went down and got it, made a nice hit to right field.
Hartman grounded to Kleiss, the first baseman, her first time up. Popping this one up, it's going to get out of play.
Like the way Hartman got off the base, got off home, ran to first, didn't even bother checking to see if that ball was foul and how foul it was. She just ran to first like she's supposed to.
And so many hitters don't do that. You think there's no penalty for running when it's foul, but if you don't run when it isn't, then you got a big problem.
Well said.
Slice back and foul here. Hartman and Williams in a good battle.
Hartman showing some very aggressive swings.
Casey, is she in the box?
Oh, 2 here. Taken outside and low, ball 1.
Nice pitch there by Williams, though. It was a great location. Wanted to see if Hartman would chase it. Hartman didn't. Good play by both.
And almost the same pitch again there, 2-2. Pounded to short, and Gemistad can't handle it. And runners at first and second as Hartman hits the ball hard, but it's an error on the shortstop, so now 2 aboard for Amanda Peterson. Didn't really stay down on this one, maybe. It was certainly not, it took a bit of a hop on her, but.
I tried to look in the replay to see if she might have raised her chin up and let the ball maybe take her eye off it too. Couldn't tell.
Peterson struck out as you see her first time up, but a good opportunity here. Runners at first and second and 1 out. And drives it to center, but Kirk gets under it and will make the catch for out number 2. So Peterson hit the ball decently there, but Kirk was ready and makes that grab. So now Walkman will hit with 2 outs.
Well, nice throw to the cutoff, too. Kept the runner at second. Runner had no chance of even thinking of going to third.
Walkman squaring around and then pulls the bat back, takes a strike.
Good shot, Jess. Good shot.
Both pitchers pitching very well. I think Williams might have had a couple of pitches up that she had to pay the price on, but other than that, she's looking very good.
Chopper, foul. Williams ahead in the count 0-2 as she tries to wiggle out of a little bit of a jam here in the 4th. And gets her to swing and miss. Big out there for Wayzata. For Orono in the 4th, no runs, 1 hit. There was 1 Wayzata error and a couple left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 2-0 Wayzata.
There is strength in our numbers. Our call is to action, to practice what we preach. Be there to care. Our passion is compassion. We're only human, but together we're humane. Our letters stand for taking a stand, for taking the lead, for filling the need. The American Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Be part of our heart.
Not long ago, Albert couldn't take long walks. He was diagnosed with a bad heart. After considering all the treatment options, his heart specialist recommended a pacemaker instead of putting him to sleep. Get the facts about animal research.
Kirk will lead it off here for Wayzata in the bottom of the fourth. Steph Kirk fouled to the right fielder on a nice running catch out there by Walkman in her first at bat in the first inning. There's a strike. And that one's low from Berg, so 1-1. Wayzata, even though they're down, they do have to feel good about what you talked about. 2 more runs could have scored pretty easily for Orono and didn't. And 2-0, you're feeling a lot better about things than if it had gotten to 4-0.
Well, this Orono pitcher, Berg, is really looking good. She looks focused. She looks relaxed. She looks like she's having fun. She looks like she's in control.
2-0 pitch, and Kirk laying off. Or 3-1 now.
Go 1-4. Hit the strikes, hit the strikes. Make her work, make her work.
Back to short. Smith up with it and throws her out. Smith ended the last inning with a tremendous diving play. This one of the more routine variety. Another thing I like about Becky Smith is she looks like she wants the ball to come to her. Some fielders, you know, they say, well, maybe I'm not that eager, but she looks like she would just as soon every play went her way.
She looks very fluid, and notice how quick she gets the ball in and out of her glove.
Edblom is the hitter. That's a good point. I think that's even, in fast pitch, I think that's probably even more important than having a super strong arm, is how quickly you get rid of the thing. I mean, obviously it all factors in, but she does also have a strong arm, which certainly doesn't hurt. Fouled back and out of play.
She looks like she's the total package. Strong arm, quick in and out of the glove, moves her feet well. And like you say, Jay, she just looks like she wants the ball.
Yeah, footwork is very good in her case, too. 0-2 count here now to Kristen Edblom, who lined out to the first baseman, Williams, her first time up. And drives this ball hard to left center. One hopper to the fence, and she will be in at second with a rocket double. Edblom really turning on this one and getting that one to the fence in a hurry with authority. And Wayzata fans pumped up, saying, okay, this should be the start of a rally here. Anna Buell will be the batter now with Edblom at second and one out.
I think scoring opportunities are not going to come easy, and here's an opportunity Wayzata is going to need to capitalize on.
First pitch over for a strike. And lifted back, foul and out of play, so Bird continues to shoot strikes in there, and it's 0-2.
Well, Berg has an opportunity here to waste a couple of pitches and see if she can get Buell to chase.
Change up, lifts it to right, and it's going to drop in for a hit. However, the runner Edblom was worried about it being caught and doesn't advance to third on that play, so first and second with one out for Wayzata, and Reagan Williams will be the hitter here for Wayzata. You know, certainly I can see having to hold up a little, but that's still a play where you probably really need to make third.
Yeah, I think you do too. You just wonder the angle that the runner on second had on it. It's easy for us to see it from here. I don't know how easy it was for her to see it there. But you're right. I think she certainly, in retrospect, missed a great opportunity.
Reagan Williams will be the hitter after Orono meets briefly to discuss things here. So first and second, one out for Wayzata. Williams last time had a sacrifice bunt. We'll see if they look that way again here.
Well, I'm sure Reagan Williams would like to get on first base and maybe say hi to her sister.
Tapper down to second, and it's bobbled, and everyone will be safe. Bases are loaded up now for the Trojans. A little bit of a difficult chance there, but unable to come up with it is Peterson, so E4, and everyone makes it for Wayzata. Gimstad will be the batter, but first, Coach Carter's going to come out, meet with his troops here for Orono as they face some adversity here in the fourth. One out, bases loaded.
You know, Jay, I think we're in for some exciting fast pitch here the remainder of this game.
Yeah, even just the remainder of this inning is going to be worth the admission the way it looks here. I mean, we'll see.
Well, I noticed when Williams went down to first, her and her sister weren't talking to each other.
Gimstad, the batter, who sometimes you might think, well, number 9 hitter, maybe not that dangerous, but after seeing her knock one out of the park here in that first game, you wouldn't say that anymore.
Well, once again, like the first game, we're seeing some great production out of Wayzata's bottom third of the order. Big opportunity here for Wayzata.
See how Orono plays their infield. Second and short are moved up a little bit. Looks like they would come home to try and cut down the runner there on a routine ball back at them anyway. 1-0.
Well, with Becky Smith's ability at shortstop, I think he can play her up. She's got great reactions and ball in and out of her glove, and she could get the force at home.
Oh, high and away, so now a 2-0 count, and obviously nowhere to put her. Berg's going to have to come with a strike.
This seems like the first time in the game Berg has truly been tested.
And it looks like we might be going to see a pitching change here as Orono they all meet, and it looks indeed like they are going to come in with Hartman, the left-hander. So Hartman has done, more of the pitching this year than Berg, and she's going to be asked to come in and try and get out of this jam here with bases loaded. So Hartman will warm up. We'll be back with more here from Richfield in just a moment. It's still 2-0 Spartans, but Wayzata's threatening.
Cockroaches trigger asthma attacks and spread salmonella. Mice transmit disease and contaminate food. Bed bugs feast on blood undetected and can leave trails of itchy red swollen welts. Learn more about the health risks posed by these and other pests at pestworld.org.
I knew at first that I got hurt pretty bad because I couldn't move my legs.
Captain Eric Lawrence was training Afghan soldiers when his truck was hit by an IED.
I sat home alone for months. And I didn't want that anymore. I wanted to go back to work. I don't want to be a drain on society. I want to be a positive thing in society. PBA helped me write my resume, got me a job interview. I got the job.
Paralyzed Veterans of America, changing lives, building futures.
And welcome back here. Samantha Hartman coming in in relief. She is 11-0 this year. And a 0.53 earned run average, 66 innings pitched. A 2-ball count, though, to start it out, and she gets a strike against Gimelstead. She's fan 92 in 66 innings this year, so has shown the ability to be pretty dominant here. 2-1 now to Wayzata's Gimelstead. Rip and a miss. So Hartman so far so good. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Gimelstead with the bases full and 1 out.
Tough spot for Hartman to come in with 2 balls, and now she immediately gets 2 strikes. She's taking control.
Lifted foul, that'll get out of play down the right field line.
Hartman looks very confident.
Yeah, it's not only do you come in with the bases loaded, but like you said, already starting with 2 balls. I mean, there was not exactly a lot of room for error to come in. But ooh, just laid off that one up and out of the zone. So now 3-2. A walk means a run. Little chopper. Hartman can't field it. Smith throw to first, not in time. 1 runs in. Here comes the second. She is out. Throw to third, not in time. So Edblom will score. Buell is thrown out at the plate. And so the second out recorded. Wayzata is on the board. Call that an infield single there for Gimelstead. Gets 1 RBI, and then the second runner, though, trying to score, doesn't make it.
I sure like the aggressiveness of both these teams running the bases. They're trying to make something happen.
Kalish is the hitter now for Wayzata. Runners at first and third. Reagan Williams advanced all the way over to third.
Heads up play by Reagan Williams to do that. She was paying attention the whole time.
Yeah, and early didn't really, it wasn't like she hesitated or anything after making that tag, but she just had too good of a jump to be able to quite get her at third. There's a strike here to Casey Kalish.
Early just doesn't seem to show any flaws at catcher, does she?
Rip and a miss. 1 and 2. Hartman trying to get out of it with the lead. They gave up 1 run, but trying to keep it at that 1 and keep their lead. And a rip and a miss, and Kalish down on strikes. Wayzata done in the 4th. They do get 1 run on 3 hits, 1 Orono error, and a couple left aboard. We've played 4 full here in the winners bracket final in section 6, 2-1 Orono.